Hi folks, and welcome into the Truck King YouTube channel. I am here in gorgeous Tennessee at the newest Bronco Off-Roadeo location, and today I'm driving the Bronco Sport Sasquatch. Now in this video, I'm going to tell you about this vehicle and we're going to go off-road, but more than that, we're going to go back to school. We're going to start from the basics and just talk about what you need to know before you head off-road. Let's dive into that right now. Let's start with a walk around, folks. And when it comes to off-roading, this should also be step one, which is know your vehicle. Understand exactly what you have here and the equipment you have on board that's going to help you off-road. So again, this is a Bronco Sport Sasquatch. Sasquatch is new for Bronco Sport in 2025. So this is the most off-road ready Bronco Sport you can buy. Let's go through some of the upgrades. The first one, you're gonna see it up front, this big steel A-bar, Ford calls it. That's gonna help if you're off-road and you're going through some trees, bushes, something, just to protect your grill and your front end a little bit. Plus it just looks cool, and I honestly think that's one of the big reasons why Ford puts it on here. Next up, an actual steel front bumper, and that goes right down into a steel skid plate. So nice to have some beefy materials up front. And integrated recovery points. If you took this bar off, you would just have the recovery point left behind, but with the bar, yeah, you can still get on there and attach a strap if you had to tow this or tow another vehicle. Now under the hood here, this is the 2-liter EcoBoost. This thing is making 250 horsepower, so it's all-wheel drive, but it is front-wheel drive biased. Now talking about tires, this is always the most important off-road upgrade you can make, and right here Ford has gone with 29-inch Goodyear Wrangler Territory RTs, a super popular set of all-terrain tires. Since the Territory hit the market, they've been offered on many different OEMs stock off-road vehicles. So yes, a solid AT right there, and we will put it to the test. Now behind that, you are getting unique suspension here in your Bronco Sasquatch as well. Now another little feature I gotta call out, these are these little integrated tie-down points. I think the best use of them is gonna be a kayak or a canoe on your roof, because then you're not putting your line right here in front of the driver's line of sight. The lines kind of come off down to the sides. If that's your main purpose for getting this vehicle, this alone might sell it to you. Now, as we roll back, everything here is essentially standard Bronco Sport, but I have to talk about the rear end because underneath it is different. This uses a twin clutch rear drive unit. So both the driver's side and passenger side tire have their own clutch to engage them. So that allows Ford to really split the power left and right as it needs to be. It also allows Ford to have a locker here, so then they're actually sending power to both wheels. So that's one upgrade that you're not going to find on other Bronco models that is going to make this Sasquatch better off-road. So that's it for the equipment we have today, and you're going to see a lot more on this thing as we go. Let me just talk to you about the school. So this is the Bronco Off-Roadeo School. There are now 5 locations in the United States, and here in Tennessee, this is the newest one. So if an owner buys a Bronco, and that is any Bronco Sport or any Bronco 2-door and 4-door, you are automatically entitled to 1 free day of Off-Roadeo school. So you have to get yourself here and then put yourself up, but once you get to the school, everything is covered, and that has to be within 1 year of purchasing. And the whole idea here is Ford assumes a lot of people buying these vehicles haven't been off-road before. So come out to the school and learn, first of all, the basics of off-roading, but then also exactly what your vehicle is capable of, and you're doing it with trained professionals, which I think is a really smart idea to allow customers to really get that whole off-road experience that Ford wants them to have. So that's what we're gonna go through today, and we're gonna start right from the top. So you're gonna see exactly what an owner would see if they came out here to off-road school. And yes, if you're an experienced off-roader, you're probably not gonna learn a ton. However, let me tell you, I've been off-roading for a long time. Every time I come to a school like this, I always learn something new. You never know too much when it comes to off-roading and driving. So yeah, please enjoy, and hopefully you learn something as well.
Hey folks, great news. You've seen us pitching Giddy Ups before. Well, we ran out last fall. Now we have a whole new supply. These ones right here. Hey, these are the synthetic type. They only come in black and this design. However, these are bargain price, 25 bucks a piece, or we'll sell you a set of 4 for 80. Listen, for anybody that needs a little help getting into their tall trucks or SUVs, Giddy Ups can't be beat. So look for the link down below, click it, go right to our website. It's as easy as that. Get these in your truck today.
So, when you get into tight terrain, which we'll be seeing today, it's easy to steer. Okay, the front's through, so I'm good. No, not necessarily, right? We have to steer for the back of the vehicle as well. As a matter of fact, the majority of the time, at least in this terrain here, we often find ourselves steering for the path that the back wheels are going to take. Not so much the front, because the front we can adjust easily. Now, mirrors. We don't really need those in the typical way. We use them on the highway, but we can use them to our advantage still. We bring those mirrors in and down a bit. You can get perspective of the lower back part of that vehicle, okay? Which may give you a little bit perspective. Am I going to clear this tree? Am I going to clear this rock? We can use those to our advantage a little bit more. There's really, based off my experience, I don't think Corey would disagree here, there's really 3 big problems people have off-road. 3 big mistakes, okay? And if you can get these right, you will take care of 90% of the problems you'll ever have. The first issue, failure to protect the vehicle. Okay. Now that seems like common sense, but trust me, it's not. It's not common sense. We see it all the time. So a big part of protecting the vehicle, there's some other aspects that go into it, but a big part of protecting the vehicle, protect your clearance. Because if you're protecting your clearance, that means nothing is coming in contact with the ground but the tires. So if I don't have any part of that vehicle coming in contact with the ground but the tires, I'm gonna have a hard time tearing the vehicle up, right? Now we may lose a tire, we're prepared for that. But not likely to do any additional damage. So we think about how are we going to protect that? Well, again, several things play into it, but one thing that's very big is our suspension. And the suspension often works against us in an off-road environment. So somebody tell me what a suspension does. Just generally, simple answer. What does a suspension do? Why do we have it?
Softens the ride.
Okay, softens the ride, and how does it do that?
Absorbs impact.
Or energy?
Or energy.
Yeah. Okay, by compressing. You've got coil springs, you've got shocks. It compresses to absorb the energy so you don't have to. Okay. But if the suspension compresses, what did we just lose?
Clearance.
Right. Okay. So we don't want suspension compression. So I'm getting ready to drop into a hole. I'm not going to let the vehicle just free roll in, or God forbid, go in under throttle, okay? Because what do you think is going to happen if we do that? You're going to get a lot of compression, you're going to lose the clearance, you may not have it to lose, right? Second issue, big one, over throttle. Okay, so if I'm in a situation where I'm in the throttle, wheels are spinning, but I'm not moving, do you think typically more throttle is going to fix it?
No.
Yeah.
I've learned that the hard way.
Hard way? Okay. Yeah, generally that's not going to happen. It's not going to fix it, right? So anytime today, unless Corey directs otherwise, anytime today if we get wheel spin, the first thing we're going to do is stop the wheels from spinning, right? On those brakes, stop the wheels from spinning. Then we will go into either some skills or technology to deal with that. Corey's going to talk about that in a bit. Now, the last point, and this is a big one, oversteering. Oversteering. Now, the problem generally that we deal with is we're all taught to steer passively. Now, you weren't formally taught, but you were experientially taught to steer passively. Now, what does that mean? So we're at the store, we pull out onto the highway, our vehicle is now straight in its lane. What do we do with the wheel? Just kind of let it go, right? Because the wheels always center themselves, unless you're badly out of alignment, because you're on a consistent surface. so the wheels will center. Okay, clearly off-road, rarely is it going to be a consistent surface. So my point to you is this: if you allow it, terrain's going to steer for you. Okay, so we must steer where we want to go on purpose.
The other thing we love to teach here, not just technology, but driving techniques. So, as Darren mentioned, driving technique for that would be known as 2-foot driving. So when you hear tires spin, it is not the key to press the accelerator harder. It is actually the key to press the brake more firmly. When you press the brake, it stops that tire that's spinning from turning, right? Sending the power to the other side, which is sort of what a locking differential does. So you become the locking differential almost in a manner of doing that. Now sometimes it takes a little while to learn that technique, or maybe we never learn it because it can be very challenging to learn that. We have that technology, we can press that button and it's going to work for us every time. Make sense? Questions on those buttons, any of that? We'll bring in one other button that is new to this vehicle also. It's known as one pedal drive. Reason I'm talking about one pedal drive is because it takes place of that driving technique that I was just talking about. What is one pedal drive doing? It is constantly applying your brake. You press the accelerator, it releases the brake. As you come off the accelerator, it applies the brake. That is new to this model in 2025. It was not on 21 and 24 models. So that is another new technology that they added. So, all right, that being said, I think it's time to get somebody in this vehicle. Who wants to be my first driver? Sam's about to go downhill right now. What does Sam have to help him get downhill? Gravity. How do we control gravity? Left foot on the brake. So I should not hear this engine rev as Sam goes through here. Why? He's controlling it with the brake. He's not going to need throttle just yet. Come on down this way, Sam. Again, all he's got to do, just ease off of that brake. There we go. Now, as you see, our ground clearance coming across this, hold right there. Middle of vehicle, right, is our highest ground clearance. That rock he just ran over is about 8 inches high. What that does is help you start to develop how big of a rock you can drive over. Looking at it. Now, we got 2 rocks right here. I'm not sure I can get both of those under the vehicle in a good place. So, what I want to do is put a tire on top of that rock. Sam, come on forward just a little bit. I'm going to turn you just a tiny bit that direction. Yep, there we go. Keep coming. I want to aim the tread of that tire at the sharp point of the rock. Come on up, nice and steady. Come back just a little bit. Right there. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. And tiny turn. Feel that bump? You're touching that rock. Now, Sam, with your left foot on the brake, give me a tiny bit of throttle to drive up on this rock when I tell you to, or when I ask you to, okay? Right now, when I tell him to do that, he's going to add throttle. When I tell him to release his foot from the throttle, what's going to happen? He's going to stop because his left foot is where?
On the brake.
On the brake. Now, Sam, give me a tiny bit of throttle. Overpower that brake just enough. There we go. A little more, a little more. No throttle. Took his foot, no throttle. That's perfect, no throttle. He stopped on top of that rock. Now, let's see what happens here when you just barely take your foot off of the brake. Feel that vehicle move. Is it going down or forward or backwards? It's going forward. So then we just need to ease down. Gently ease down. See how Sam came off of that rock? When he came off, did he bounce?
Nope.
If he did not bounce, he did not lose what? Or
Clearance.
ground clearance. There we go. Front tire did it. We don't forget about the rear tire. Come on forward, Sam. Same thing, nice and steady. You'll feel that rear tire bump here in just a second. As you feel it bump, we add just enough throttle to get up on top of it. When we get to the top, off throttle, easing down, just using the brake. Love it, Sam. That was beautiful. Hold right there 1 second. Folks, one of the biggest things we need to take away from this too, our pedals are not on-off switches. They are potentiometers. There's an infinite range from on and off on our brake and gas pedals. So everything we're doing today, it's a ballet between those pedals. We're not tap dancing. It is not doing this on those pedals. We are just smooth in and out, on and off. Why is it so important? Well, imagine he had to press the accelerator to get on top of that rock, then take his foot from the accelerator, move it to the brake to come to a stop. how quickly do you think he's going to stop? Not very. He's going to be a lot further than on top of that rock, right? Absolutely. One thing we always have to keep in mind too with our approach angle, as things go up, what happens to the rear? It goes down. Keep that in mind too. All right, now, if we hit this ditch with one tire at a time, is that going to help our approach angle? Well, let's see. Let's find out. Come on forward just a little bit. Turn just a tiny bit that direction. So now we're aiming at this ditch. It's sort of at a 45 to us. Keep coming forward and stop right there. Now, if we look at this bumper, we can see a third of it is close to the ground. This 2/3 is not even touching yet or close. Well, it's because one tire is in the ditch and one is still out. That helped our approach angle, didn't it? Absolutely. All right, come on forward. As we feel that one starting to climb, what could we do to help our approach angle right now? Turn that direction. As he turns, that tire starts climbing to get up out of there sooner. Now this tire starts climbing to come up. Remember, folks, if we do it with the front, we have to do it with the rear. There we go. One tire at a time. Same thing, coming on down. Nice. I like it. Keep moving, folks. Folks, basic hand signals while we're out here. If I'm pointing this direction, Sam should be doing what?
Turning to the right.
Sam should be doing what? There we go, Sam. Sam's a little asleep this morning, but that's okay. Now, hold right there. Just because I pointed you that direction doesn't mean we drive that direction at that moment, right? So as soon as I started turning him, what did he do? He took his foot off the brake and started rolling. I did not give him this signal to turn and come forward. I just told him to do what?
Just turn.
Turn. Turn the wheel, Sam. There we go. Okay. Turn back. Beautiful. Now, Sam is doing both hands right now, but what's he doing it with? I see this number happening. Is one hand with your palm on it safe? No. What happens if you're turning and you hit a bump and you've got your palm there? So how do we turn and still keep both hands down on the side of the steering wheel? It's called a shuffle steer. We pass it back and forth. Your hand should never pass 12 or 6 on the steering wheel. Left and right side, your hands stay there. They never go past that. We pass that steering wheel back and forth. What I see in front of us are different sized rocks. I see big rocks that are very firm. I see some smaller loose rocks that may be moving. I see a fairly large rock that may be moving. What am I driving for, folks? The rear of the vehicle, absolutely, where those rear tires are going to track. Easy for me there. Turn now. Hard. Gentle now. Climbing up a rock here. Rear tire's climbing up a rock. They're both coming up. Nice and steady. There we go. There we go. Hold. Hold. That was a perfect example of what Darren was talking about a minute ago. I didn't tell him to turn the steering wheel. I told him to have it turned all the way. And as he climbed up that rock, what happened to the steering wheel? It kicked to that direction. I call it letting the Bronco drive you instead of you driving the Bronco. Unless that spotter or that person out there told you to let that wheel go, hold it there. Does that make sense? Why? Well, again, we're outside that vehicle. We can see everything going on around with these tires, where they're going to line up. That little half-degree turn could put your tire lined up directly to drop into a hole that we don't want it to go into. Again, we're climbing up on rocks. We're using those to drive us. Oh, so what did we just feel right there, or see right there? Rock moved. Rock moved because he came at it with so much what? Speed. How do we control our speed? More brake pressure. You need to ease off that a little bit smoother as we're coming through there. Again, we don't know how that pedal is going to work until we drive the vehicle. So it's all a learning process as we're going through here. All right, now, give me a little bit of throttle right there. I'm going to try and get you up on this rock. That'll bring the rear up on some rocks. That'll lift the whole vehicle up higher. Tiny bit of throttle still on the brake. There we go. Keep coming, slow and steady. Slow and steady. Yep. Ease it down. Oh, that's beautiful. Slow. Nice. Ease it down. Rear's going to drop down. As it drops, don't turn yet. Don't turn yet. Fight your instinct to do what you want to do. Nice and steady. Coming down. Coming down. Oh, okay. Coming up. Where am I putting him, folks? Big rock right here, right? That rock's going to do what? Give us more ground clearance. Come on forward. Vincent, as you come forward, once we get on the top of that rock, turn all the way to me. Not yet. Keep coming, keep coming. All the way to me right now. Everything you got, all the way. Now, gently here. Because Vincent's about to give our demonstration of what is an appropriate skid. He's about to touch the ground right here. Slow and steady for me. If we come down too hard, we're going to bash. I don't want to bash. We want to skid. Front's going to start to drop. Rear or front right may be climbing up just a little. Coming down. I like it. I like it. Go back just a tiny bit. Right there. Ease forward now. Trying to find a rock back here is going to do what? Help pick it up. Give me more ground clearance. Oh, we found it. I ain't heard a skid yet. Turn hard to me. We may not skid this time. I know, I'm not. We don't want to skid if we can help it. Keep turning towards me. Vincent, that was beautiful, sir. That was really good. There we go. There we go. Keep coming. Ease it down. Easy.
He's trying to
Get some whiplash there. Nice and steady. Keep it turned. Just don't. Nice and steady. Big rock right under us, under the middle of us there. Keep it turned. Nice and steady, just like that. Yes, sir. Well, folks, that was a great example of what? Our suspension compression, right? We saw that vehicle go down. Luckily, we had a good line. Body didn't touch anything. Keep it turned hard. Keep coming. Nice and controlled. Nice and controlled. Keep coming. Turn just a little. Right there. Straighten up. 0 degrees on that dash. Slow and steady. Coming. It's on the instrument cluster. Easing forward. Easing forward. Keep coming. Keep coming. Ease it and stop. Now, Brian, can I ask, do you feel comfortable right now? I'm going to say the fact that Brian is trying to sit in a passenger seat. He is not comfortable. He is leaning all the way over there trying to stay up straight. Well, there we go. Ease it, ease it, ease it. Beautiful, sir. I like it. I like it. Keep coming. Nice and steady. There we go. Stay with it. Stay with it. Gently, gently. Oh, I like it. This is still go mode and driving technique, right, folks? Turn hard for me. Turn hard. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, oh. Easy, 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 but stay with it. Oh, I like it, Brian. I like it. Back around. Keep coming. Keep coming. Oh, what's going to happen here? There we go. There we go. Stay with it. Stay with it. Gently, gently. Oh, look at that. That was beautiful, Brian. That was beautiful. Keep coming, sir. Keep coming. Keep coming. Now we're off that obstacle.
And now, folks, we're out here off-road in the Bronco Sport Sasquatch. Hopefully you learned something from our little off-road school segment, and even if you're experienced, maybe it just jogged your memory. One of the things I liked kind of focusing on was talking about sort of spatial awareness and not forgetting that once the front end of your vehicle is through, you still got to bring the back through. And I know it might seem obvious, and after you've off-roaded for a while, it kind of becomes second nature, but it's a good thing to just remind yourself of, because I think we can all forget that sometimes. Once you get your front tires around a tree or a rock, you almost forget about the rear, and you end up kind of smacking through harder than you should have. So that was one little piece of info I liked, sort of, again, re-jogging my memory. And then let's just talk about Bronco Sport Sasquatch. So I'll start with the negative, and I just think the biggest limiting factor of this vehicle is the ground clearance. You're still only, less than 9 inches of ground clearance. So that just right there should set your expectation. There's going to be some trails you're not going to be able to tackle. And then when you come out to things like this trail that we're running here in Tennessee, we've been doing some pretty gnarly rock crawling, and the Bronco Sport has been impressive handling this trail. That said, with a vehicle like this, when you're always kind of fighting against your clearance, you have to be a little more delicate, a little bit more aware of where all those tires are going. You need to use the trail to your advantage. So if there's a rock that you can sort of get up on top of, that'll help lift your body over some other rocks, you have to do that. You also need to have a good spotter, and luckily the teachers here at the school today have been excellent, and they're very good at spotting us through these obstacles. So I think that's sort of the first thing you need to know to set your expectation of this vehicle. Outside of that, I honestly believe this is probably the best off-roader in this segment, Maybe the Subaru Crosstrek comes close, but I still think what's going on here with that twin clutch rear drive unit, the locker, the amount of power that it has, and then the off-road modes. We've been using one pedal drive today. We've been using trail control today. We've been using all the different goat modes today. So when you combine all of the actual, off-road hardware with all of the off-road software that's here, yeah, I can't think of another small crossover that I would rather have as an off-roader than the Bronco Sport Sasquatch. For the size of this thing, it's impressive. I'll also mention the tires. They're not massive, but Territories are solid all-terrain tires, and we've been in some mud today and then on some slick rocks and in the dirt, and in every situation they have found the grip that they needed. So yeah, overall, if you're looking for, not just a rough roader. A lot of the times we get in these crossovers and I declare them as rough roaders, not off-roaders. I'm willing to say it, that the Bronco Sport Sasquatch, this is a real off-roader. The size is great, the handling is great. You just gotta watch that clearance. But outside of that, this little thing will get you into some pretty gnarly places. Places you probably didn't expect. I've even been looking at obstacles today going, we're going up that? And then sure enough, this thing walks right up it. So overall, very impressed with the Bronco Sport Sasquatch package. And happy Ford brought it down here to the Bronco Sport. They didn't have to do this, but they realized these adventure packages are more popular than ever, so why not bring it down to the smallest Bronco? And luckily, it's not just paint and plastic. This is a legitimate off-road upgrade. Now it's time to pick up the speed, folks, and one of the new modes for 2025 here on Bronco Sport Sasquatch is rally mode, and that's all about some high-speed off-roading, and we're here on this rough dirt road, so let's feel it. Oh, and the power feels good. Oh, and it holds the shifts, so really high RPM, so you're into that power band. Actually, let me slide it a little bit there. Yeah, same with right there, too. Not exactly a rear-wheel drive feeling, but it did let the tail get a little bit happy. And the cool thing with rally mode is it's going to allow you to slide, but then it's also going to reel you in if you get a little bit too aggressive. So here's another. And then just generally, the Bronco Sport is small and lightweight, and it handles quite well. So yeah, when you do get the chance to pick up the speeds, it does good. Now, the only thing I will caution is, no, it's not a Raptor in terms of high-speed off-roading. The speeds are never going to be crazy. 25, 30 miles per hour, pretty much max on something rough, even like what we're on here today. That's going to start to feel like it's at the limit of the suspension. But outside of that, when it comes to sort of handling and powertrain, the Bronco Sport in rally mode is, yes, seriously fun. Well, folks, we have finished up our day here at the Bronco Off-Roadeo School. I had a great time. I learned a lot like always, and like I already told you, this is one capable small crossover. So yeah, that's it for this one. Now please go in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts about the school and about the Bronco Sport. As always, while you're down there, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, hit join to become a member. Come right back here to Truck King and see what we're testing next. See ya.